Chosen one, have you ever felt like you're standing right at the edge of your breakthrough, yet you don't know when it will finally arrive? What if I told you your financial drought is about to shift, not by luck, but by divine intervention? Sometimes the sign you've been asking for doesn't come wrapped in miracles. Sometimes it comes as a message, and this message is yours. Chosen one. What if I told you that your financial struggles are coming to an end, not because of chance, but because heaven itself is stepping in? You've been crying out, wondering when relief will arrive, when the breakthrough you've prayed for will finally show up. And this right here is your sign. The shift has already begun, even if you can't see it yet. For far too long, money has been the weight pressing on your heart, the worry that follows you from morning to night. You've tried to stay strong, tried to keep your faith alive, but that pressure has felt heavy, almost suffocating at times. Yet the truth is, this your season of lack has already expired. God is rewriting your story from scraping by to stepping into overflow, from barely surviving to receiving blessings that once stopped flowing. This didn't reach you by accident. It found you because heaven is preparing your harvest. You're entering a time where divine alignment replaces anxiety. Everything you've lost, everything that's been delayed, everything you thought was gone forever, it's all coming back multiplied. The universe is moving on your behalf, shifting the tides faster than you expect. This isn't just a message. It's confirmation that what you've prayed for has already been released in the unseen realm. Listen closely now, because what comes next has the power to change your entire financial reality. You've been faithful, you've worked hard, you've given, tithed, prayed, and still the bills pile up. You take one small step forward, and suddenly an unexpected expense drags you 2 steps back, an emergency, a setback, another wave of worry crashing into you. You've whispered to God, "When will this cycle end? When will I finally breathe again?" The sleepless nights, the quiet fears, the moments when you counted coins and pretended everything was fine, none of that went unseen. God noticed every tear, every moment you felt forgotten. You tried to stay positive, but beneath the strength was frustration, exhaustion, and sometimes even guilt for feeling so worn down. You've held everything together even when your spirit wanted to collapse. But hear me, your financial struggle was never punishment. It was preparation. You were being trained in the valley so you could recognize the mountain when it arrived. Your faith has been refined through scarcity, so that when abundance comes, you'll steward it with wisdom, gratitude, and grace. You are not cursed, you are chosen. God has been shaping your spirit, stretching your patience, and molding your mindset for the blessings ahead. This season of financial drought is ending because God is opening doors that money alone could never buy. Chosen one money is not just paper or numbers, it is energy. And for a long time, that energy felt blocked, not because you did something wrong, but because your spirit was undergoing transformation. God wasn't denying you abundance, He was redefining it for your life. Every struggle you endured wasn't punishment, it was purification. You were being released from the need to prove your worth through possessions so that your wealth would rise from purpose, not from pride. There were moments you wondered why your efforts weren't producing results, why doors closed the moment you reached for them. But behind those closed doors, divine order was rearranging your path. You were never denied, you were redirected. The spiritual mechanics of wealth were being rewritten inside you. because true abundance flows to those who have learned to walk through lack without losing faith. You've already seen how your season of struggle was shaping you, chosen one. And now, as we move forward, let's look deeper into what was happening behind the veil all along. In the unseen realms, God was quietly recalibrating your energy so you could handle overflow, not just survive it. Every financial drought, every tight moment, every anxious breath was teaching your soul endurance, humility, and discernment. When you walk through lack, yet refuse to let it define you, something powerful happens. You rise into the frequency of divine wealth. And when your spirit vibrates at that level, abundance no longer slips through your fingers. It begins to move toward you like a magnet drawn by the strength you built in your hardest seasons. You were never designed to live in survival mode forever. Scarcity was never your permanent address. The universe allowed you to taste lack only so you would remember where true provision comes from. Because once money stops controlling your emotions, it no longer dictates your life, it becomes a servant to your mission. And now this is where you stand right on the threshold of divine compensation, stepping toward a new chapter where everything changes. Every opportunity you thought you lost was making room for something bigger, something aligned, something sustainable. Every delay, every dry season, every door that refused to open was actually divine redirection, preparing you for prosperity that lasts. God is releasing financial favor that aligns with your spiritual maturity, not your past struggle. And that subtle shift you feel inside right now, it isn't imagination, it's confirmation. But hear this, clearly chosen one. Prosperity always begins in the unseen. It starts with your thoughts, your self-worth, and the words you speak over your life. When you affirm your divine inheritance and act from faith instead of fear, the flow begins. The universe responds not to desperation or need, but to belief. God is preparing to move through unexpected channels, through people, ideas, opportunities that appeared almost out of nowhere as if heaven itself placed them in your path. Soon, you will witness miracles that go beyond logic. Situations that once felt blocked will suddenly unfold. Where there used to be a drip, there will be a river. You are being aligned with divine abundance because you proved your faith in the drought. The old energy of lack is cracking apart, and in its place, overflow is rushing in. You have passed the spiritual test, and now, chosen one, your harvest is due. This is your moment to shift completely, fearlessly, from fear into faith, from waiting into receiving, from asking for blessings to becoming the blessing. The energy of abundance is circling around you right now, closer than you think. But it can only respond to one thing: belief. You cannot attract what you secretly doubt. You cannot call in wealth while feeling unworthy of having it. So release that guilt you've carried in silence, the comparison that drains your confidence, the fear of never having enough. Those vibrations interrupt the flow. God is inviting you to think like abundance, to speak like abundance, and to walk as if abundance already belongs to you, because it does. The universe mirrors the language of your faith. Declare it boldly: I am a vessel of divine abundance. I attract opportunities with ease. I am trusted by God with wealth. These aren't just affirmations, they're activations. Every word spoken in faith restructures the energy within you. You were never created to struggle endlessly. You were created to overflow. You have mastered survival. Now it's time to expand. God's promise was never that you'd simply get by it, was that your cup would run over. But stepping into overflow requires seeing yourself as worthy of it. Abundance does not respond to timidity, it responds to alignment. Chosen one, you've spent far too long dimming your light to make others comfortable. You've accepted less because you feared losing approval or love, but no more. This is your season to step into divine authority over your finances and your destiny. The moment you stop apologizing for your potential, everything begins to shift. You are not being blessed just for yourself, you are being equipped to bless others. Your wealth will support healing, creativity, and elevation. It is not selfish to want more when your purpose is divine. You were never meant to fit inside systems of lack. You were born to rewrite them. So rise, speak differently, move differently. Expect miracles as a daily rhythm. The same faith that carried you through hardship will now carry you into abundance. Stop thinking small. Stop waiting for permission. The universe is ready, but it's waiting for your yes. You have survived long enough, chosen one. Now it's time to thrive. True abundance has never been about the numbers in your bank account. It flows from the alignment of your soul. When your inner world harmonizes with divine energy, provision becomes natural. You stop chasing. You've learned that abundance begins in the unseen chosen one, and now we move into the deeper truth of how that abundance finally finds its way to you. Wealth finds you. That is the secret almost no one understands. True abundance is not something you chase, it is something you allow. When you trust the divine process, even when the path is uncertain, you become magnetic to blessings. Gratitude opens doors that desperation slams shut. And the shift happening in your life right now, it isn't chaos, it's ascension. It's elevation wrapped in unfamiliar change. You're stepping into a higher dimension of receiving, one built on faith, not fear. You have been chosen to demonstrate what happens when unwavering trust meets divine timing. You walked through seasons of lack with grace, patience, and humility. That journey earned you spiritual authority over your finances. The universe hasn't been withholding anything from you, it's been aligning everything for you. The wealth coming next will not drain you, it will expand you. This is a spiritual law. Money amplifies the energy of the one who holds it, which is why God waited until your spirit was strong enough to carry it without collapsing. Old income streams didn't close because you failed. They closed because they couldn't support the vibration you now carry. Your spirit has outgrown limitation, and the material world is simply catching up to your transformation. Chosen one, you are stepping into a new frequency of wealth, one where everything you touch multiplies. Divine prosperity flows through those who understand stewardship, and you are no longer seeking abundance. You have become a channel for it. Every act of faith, every whisper of gratitude, every moment you chose, trust over fear, all of it expanded your field of attraction. Remember this: God's abundance flows where trust lives. When you believe you are supported, the universe responds with confirmation. When you walk in surrender, everything aligns in perfect order. You're entering a timeline where your financial reality mirrors your spiritual maturity. Stay faithful, stay grounded, stay open. The energy of lack is dissolving right before you, and in its place, an effortless flow is emerging. Steady, graceful, undeniable. Everything you've endured was shaping you for this moment. The blessings you prayed for are not approaching. They have already arrived. And this time, chosen one, they will not pass you by. This isn't the moment to sit still. This is the moment to act. You've heard the message. Now it's time to align with it. What is one thing you can do today to honor this shift? Maybe it's expressing gratitude for what's already on the way. Maybe it's finally starting that project you've kept tucked away or taking one small step toward the vision that has been calling your name. Whatever it is, move in faith. God cannot multiply what you refuse to begin. The universe rewards motion. It responds to courage, not hesitation. You don't need to see the entire staircase. You just need the courage to take the first step. This divine shift favors those who act from trust, not fear. You've endured the waiting season. Now begins your season of movement. When you act, divine energy flows. When you trust, the right opportunities align effortlessly. Chosen one, the gates are open. The current is moving. Abundance is waiting for your yes. Step forward and watch how quickly provision rises to meet you. You've already proven your strength walking through storms many others would never have survived. And yet you're still here, stronger, wiser, more aligned than ever. God has seen your perseverance and is turning every financial struggle into the foundation of your overflow. You're stepping into a season where effort transforms into ease and faith becomes fortune. Remember, you were never meant to remain in struggle. You were meant to rise from it. You are not broken. You are being built. Everything you've endured has shaped the vessel capable of holding abundance. Walk boldly into this new chapter because your prosperity isn't coming, it's already here. God's promise is unfolding, chosen one. Your time is now. Thank you for being here. If this message resonated with your soul, speak your affirmation of abundance in the comments. Declare it into being. And don't forget to subscribe for more divine messages that align your spirit with wealth and purpose. You are with Veil of Knowing, where we awaken your higher calling and walk beside you through every divine transformation. Your breakthrough is in motion. Trust it. Receive it. Let it flow.